Thanks for being here. Amy Allen with Haig Partners. Glad you guys were able to join us today in Fort Lauderdale for Haig Partners' inaugural event, Beyond the Road, talking everything about family, wealth, and prosperity, and of course, legacy. Today's session with the pair of you has been incredibly special. I know you've got a big story to tell, Jeff. I think there's a lot of dealers and dealer families out there that need to hear it. And Christy, your organization has been pivotal in Jeff's story, as well as I think a few other dealership groups out there and organizations in general. So I want to thank you both for being here today. I think this message is critical to get out to our audiences, and the stories, I hope, are going to hit home for other people, and they'll reach out to you and ask you for more. Thank you so much for being here today.
We appreciate being invited to be here. It was an incredible morning, and I do feel confident that more dealerships potentially would get on board. So it's an honor to be here today, especially with one of my best friends, Jeff Elhart. Jeff said my journey goes back 12 years, at least, I believe. Maybe. No, not that long. 8 years. 8 years. But Jeff is going to touch on that. But I know right now, in the world we live in, mental health is a topic of conversation for everyone. And we talk about it every day. We hear about it every day. We hear about it on the news every day, whether it be a tragedy that has occurred or just how to go take a walk and it's good for your mental health. But we are about saving lives. And so I'm going to flip it over to my good friend, Jeff Elhart, to give you a little introduction as to how we met in our journey together.
Yeah. It was March 27, 2015. I lost my brother to depression by suicide. And it was almost immediate that I started reading every book under the sun on suicide. And I, for one, deal with depression, and I'm doing well. I'm medicated. It runs in our family. My mother has clinical depression, and obviously my brother did. But when I read all these books on suicide, it was a broken record. And it was the same message over and over. And it was all about understanding the tools and ultimately getting to the point where we need to challenge the person that's suffering with a tough question. And we'll get into that. But I noticed these warning signs in my brother, but I didn't know what to do about it. I got him to his primary care physician. What I didn't do is get him to the kind of treatment that he needed and deserved. And as a result, I just was fortunate to find you, Christy, with the Mental Health Foundation of West Michigan and your Be Nice program. And it resonated with me because we were looking for something that we could easily educate our community of West Michigan on how to recognize the warning signs of depression. Because I found through my own experience is that, is in my brother's case, he didn't wake up one day and just go to the hospital and say I'm depressed and get help. When you're in that deep state of depression, you're full of hopelessness and helplessness, and you can't get out of your own way. And unfortunately, it's very silent. But this morning's session was great. The dealers were very receptive. And I think we'll have a number of dealers will be calling on you, Christy, to help bring Be Nice into their midst of their employees. And we had 10,000 employees represented by the leaders that were there this morning. And to think that based on the numbers, there's potentially 3,000 of those employees that may be dealing with a mental health disorder, mostly depression, and as many as 400 or 500 people of those 10,000 could be considered taking their life. And I think that's eye-opening for us as leaders of businesses, particularly in the car business, because in the auto industry, the demographics of the people that work in our industry match up almost identical to the most vulnerable population that die by suicide. Those are males, typically in the ages of 35 to 75 years of age. So I sure appreciate the opportunity to be here this morning with you, Christy.